What is up, wrestling fans? Kayfabe Chronicles with your host, JP. Well, Extreme Rules is in the books. Monday Night Raw has yet again put something out that we're supposed to watch. For those of you guys who don't know, Extreme Rules, of course, is the pay-per-view leading up to Great Balls of Fire. Standard Extreme Rules, usually all the matches kind of have some weird stipulations. Not many matches in this pay-per-view, only 5, so the review is going to be pretty sweet and pretty short, to be completely honest. But hey, let's get the ball rolling. Pre-show, that's right, I was unaware that there was going to be a pre-show match, but it was between Kalisto taking on the new member of the Titus brand, Apollo Crews. Overall match, nothing special. Kalisto has some weird new cane thing going on. Overall, the match is exactly how you figured it was going to be. I'm not understanding the whole Titus brand thing with Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews, in my opinion, should be repackaged or sent back down to NXT. Just something has to happen. Match pretty much like all of them. Titus O'Neil gets involved, tries to tell Apollo Crews what to do. Apollo Crews gets distracted, gets hit with the Salida del Sol. Kalisto picks up the win. Whoopity-doo, nobody cares, on to the main show. Opening up the night, we have Intercontinental Championship match with Dean Ambrose defending against The Miz in if Dean Ambrose gets disqualified, he loses the title stipulation. The match itself could have gone different ways, but it's exactly kind of how we really thought. The Miz really pulled some inner Eddie Guerrero style stuff there. Like, the whole grabbing the steel chair, throwing it at Dean Ambrose, so Dean Ambrose catches, and then pretending to get hit, constantly trying to make it look like the Dean Ambrose was about to do something in order to get disqualified. Dean Ambrose really played this match really well. Like, one of the spots I really liked was when the turnbuckle got torn off, and he was about to throw the Miz into it, and saw that it was an exposed turnbuckle, so he held his foot out to catch it. Overall, it was really good storytelling, good character work back and forth in regards to the Miz, trying to get Dean disqualified, and Dean doing everything in his power to not get disqualified. Near the end of the match, Maurice, of course, tries to interfere. The Miz actually tells her, punch me in the face, slap me in the face, so Maurice does, but the referee catches what was going on, so he knows that Maurice is purposely doing that, so he kicks her out. Then the Miz throws Dean Ambrose into the referee. The referee thinks that Dean Ambrose purposely pushed him. He's about to disqualify Dean, but instead the Miz grabs Dean Ambrose, hits him with the Skull Crusher finale, and 1, 2, 3, new champion. Overall, not a horrible match. Somewhat good way to open it. The match itself wasn't the best, but the work that the two of them did with each other, I think, made up for that. But yeah. New champion. I personally think that The Miz is better with a belt on him. So, yeah, can't complain with that one. Up next, we have the mixed tag team match between Rich Swann teaming up with Sasha Banks taking on Noam Dar and Alicia Fox. Yeah, they fought. Stuff happened. Just, as you can tell, forgettable match. Sasha Banks and Rich Swann got the win. Who cares? I don't see this going anywhere. It's a horrible storyline. It's a horrible angle. Sasha deserves more than this. Whatever. On to the next match. So immediately following this, Elias Sampson, the Drifter, is in the middle of the ring playing his guitar, singing some songs about how much Baltimore sucks. I see what they're trying to do. They're really trying to push him as the heel. It's your standard heel thing, boo, town we're in. I have a feeling that they just misjudged the time and they needed filler. Or Elias Sampson was supposed to interfere in the Intercontinental Championship match and showed up late. Either or, whatever. Can't win them all. Up next, we have the kendo stick on a pole match between Alexa Bliss defending her title against Bayley. I've never been a fan of crap on a pole matches, as I call them, and this match was no different. Match starts, they run up, they grab the kendo stick, and it's done. Seriously, it's done. Alexa Bliss got a hold of the kendo stick. Bayley immediately took it from her. Bayley's about to hit her. She takes too long. Alexa counters. beats the living shit out of Bayley with the kendo stick and just obliterates her. Completely squashes Bayley in under 5 minutes to retain the championship. I don't really know. I don't know what's going on with this. Like, you know, it just really hurts me to say this, but like Bayley's in desperate need of something right now. Like a repackaging, maybe a heel turn, maybe going back down to NXT. It's just like she's not working on the main roster, and it hurts me so much because I'm such a big fan of hers. And just like her character worked really well on NXT. It sucks that it's not working on the main roster. I don't know, maybe just people don't like the happy-go-lucky wrestling fan thing. But overall, it was just really weird to see Bayley get squashed by Alexa Bliss. Like, you would assume it would have been back and forth. Like, we all knew Alexa Bliss was going to win, but her just decimate Bayley, it doesn't make sense. Maybe they'll answer it tomorrow on Raw. I don't know, but overall, just really disappointing match. It's probably one of the worst matches of the night, hands down. Coming up next, we have the Tag Team Championships defending in a steel cage with champions. The Hardy Boys defending against Cesaro in a standard Wait. Oh. So it's not a standard steel... Oh. Okay, alright now. Alright, this just in. It's not a standard steel cage match. The only way to win is to have both people on your team escape the cage. Alright, well that's not going to play into the outcome at all. Overall, the match wasn't really great. Like, as soon as they announced it was going to be both people have to escape, all I was thinking was Survivor Series 2001, where it was the Hardy Boys against the Dudley Boys, where Matt escaped the cage, but Jeff decided to stay back in, and he ends up going through a table, and they lose the match. Overall, you know, the match was as you predicted, very, very back and forth. Every time one team was about to escape, the other team would pull them back in. Kept going. Eventually, Jeff did find a way to escape out of the cage, and then, of course, like, just broken Matt. He's not broken yet. Every time Matt Hardy was trying to escape, you know, he's always 2-on-1, then just beating him in. So Jeff, of course, ultimately climbs back into the ring to help his brother out. He does the Whisper in the Wind, knocks everybody out, and then pretty much what happens now, like, he gets the door slammed in his face, all this other stuff. So pretty much what ends up happening is Matt and Jeff are trying to escape out the door while Sheamus and Cesaro climb over the cage. And they're very close, very close, very close. Like, Matt makes it out, and he's about to pull Jeff out of the door, but Sheamus and Cesaro both managed to hit the floor a second earlier. So Sheamus and Cesaro are your new tag team champions. What I'm thinking is the whole fact that Jeff escaped earlier, maybe that will play into a stipulation. There wasn't really anything that could cause the Hardy Boys to be broken. Like, everyone assumed that, you know, that Matt would get, like, his head bashed in and he would go crazy. I don't know. Everyone's really for the broken gimmick. I love the broken gimmick, but I don't think WWE can handle the broken gimmick. I think that they'll probably book it really poorly. But granted, we all knew that this Cesaro was going to win this match. It was just a really weird outcome. I would have preferred to see them win by pinfall or something like that. The escape thing was a really weird stipulation. But maybe all of our answers will come on Raw. Coming up next, we have the submission match for the Cruiserweight Championship between defending champion, the King of the Cruiserweights, Neville, defending against Austin Aries for the 10,000th time. Well, match is exactly how most submission matches happen. You know, like, one guy gets a guy in a submission, rope break. Then that guy gets him in a submission, rope break. So and so, back and forth, back and forth. I just think it was really weird, because the stipulation is it can only be determined by submission. So how does a rope break affect it? If it can only be determined by submission, there should be no rope break then, because therefore there's no DQ. See what I'm saying here? Overall, you know, a lot of figure fours, a lot of, like, headlocks. They did Rings of Saturn to each other. Overall, it wasn't a great match. It was probably the weakest out of the three that they've had, in my opinion. Match ends, though, where Austin Aries kind of, like, tweaks his knee a little bit. He can't move the way that he does. He gets tripped up a little bit. Neville hits him with the red arrow off the top Top rope, lands right into Austin Aries' back, puts him in the rings of Saturn. Austin Aries has no choice but to tap out. Very shocked that Austin did not win the belt here, as is most of the WWE Universe. We all thought that this was going to be Austin's time, but maybe they have other plans for what's going on with the Cruiserweight. Overall, it was a better match than the rest of the night, but still, it just didn't sit right with me. I don't know, it just felt weird with the rope breaks, and it just didn't make any sense. Closing off the night, we have Fatal 5-Way to determine the number one contender to face Brock Lesnar at Great Balls of Fire. Look at the new logo, testicles and all. That's right, Fatal 5-Way between Bray Wyatt, Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns, and Finn Balor. Bray Wyatt comes out first, decent push. Seth Rollins comes out, everyone's all like, yeah, Seth Rollins. But the thing that's kind of weird is that, like, you know, Finn Balor made his way out, but he wasn't in Demon Finn Balor form. Like, he was just in regular Finn form, which is weird because it's a pay-per-view, and usually pay-per-view he always goes all freaking balls to the wall with the makeup. I don't know, maybe they ran out of budget, maybe they spent it all on the kendo stick. Who knows? But yeah, of course Roman Reigns comes out to massive applause, as he always does. But, you know, all joking aside, that this match, definitely best match of the night. Hands down, best match of the night. Like, just so much bull and explosions and everything happening. Into the ring, out of the ring. Good part, like I said, Samoa Joe teamed up with Bray Wyatt for a good portion of the match. There was a point where they picked up the steel staircase and just kind of ran around the ring, knocking out each one of their competitors. Roman Reigns, of course, looked superhuman at some points, you know, like where nothing can hurt him. Overall, like, you know, a match really picked up near the end. Really good spot near the end is Bray Wyatt hits Sister Abigail. He's about to get the 3 count, and then Samoa Joe breaks up. So it's like, oh no, Samoa Joe and Bray Wyatt are going to fight now. And kind of their friendship ended there. But during the match, I really liked them together. I thought that really worked. But yeah, I'm kind of trailing off. Great spot near the end of the match. Seth Rollins was just freaking hitting Roman Reigns with everything he could get, every single possible thing. Actually, just prior to that, there was a lot of crazy stuff outside the ring. Bray Wyatt got put onto a table. Seth was inside the ring. Samoa Joe and Finn Balor are fighting outside the ring. He gets him into the coquina clutch. Because Bray Wyatt went see, so much going on. Finn Balor went crazy. Freaking just starts smashing Bray Wyatt's head into the table. Gets him onto the table, so he's about to jump through, but then he gets put into a coquina clutch from Samoa Joe. But then Roman Reigns spears both of them through the barricade. And then Seth Rollins does a frog splash off the top through Bray Wyatt on through the table. So there's a huge holy shit moment there. All 5 guys are knocked out. And then, Seth Rollins finds his way back to the ring. Roman Reigns finds his way back in the ring. They fight for a little bit. Seth Rollins is hitting Roman Reigns with possibly everything that he can get. Just pure madness. Bray Wyatt's pretty much gone. Finn Balor finds his way back into the ring. Fights Roman Reigns for a little bit. Hits Roman Reigns with a sling blade. Hits him with the double drop kick into the turnbuckle. Hits him with the coup de grace. Gets him 1, 2. No, Samoa Joe found his way back into the ring. Grabs Finn Balor in the coquina clutch and actually gets him center of the ring. Everyone else is knocked out. And Finn Balor doesn't tap. He actually passes out from the submission hold. And your new number 1 contender to face Brock Lesnar at Great Balls of Fire is Samoa Joe. Nobody saw that coming. Like, seriously, nobody predicted. The only person I know of who predicted Samoa Joe was Kurt Angle. That's it. Everyone else had Finn Balor or Seth Rollins. Like, nobody had Samoa Joe picked. So that was a real awesome swerve the WWE kind of threw there. I'm looking forward to seeing Samoa Joe fight Brock Lesnar. I think that's actually going to be a pretty cool match because they're both pretty big guys. Both of them have a lot of power. It'll be interesting. I know I've probably left a whole ton out of that Fatal 5-Way match, but definitely you guys should check it out. Probably one of the best matches. The only decent match of the night, to be completely honest. Like, you have a pay-per-view named Extreme Rules, and there's no extremeness whatsoever until that pay-per-view, until that match when they brought in the chair and just mass bloodshed and all this stuff. But yeah, people still cheering for Roman Reigns. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But yeah, definitely best match tonight. Way to go, Samoa Joe. Bring home the gold, baby. End this Brock Lesnar bullcrap. And there you guys have it. The speedy review of Extreme Rules 2017. What did you guys think about the pay-per-view? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, subscribe for more great videos and crush that like button. Spread the word. Let everybody know what I have to offer. Follow us on Twitter using the 2 name tags in the description below. And also check out the Facebook page, which I'm also listing down below. And as usual, this is JP from Kayfabe Chronicles. And I will see you guys next time. Wow, Extreme Rules. It was extreme something, alright. Dookie.